life. Which brings me to point number 3. I used to stim a lot when I was a child. I think that would have been the clear-cut sign if I had grown up in the UK that I was autistic. And I'm not talking about basic level stim, not that like there's grades too. I'm not trying to say, oh, one stimming is higher than the other. But I'm not talking about like tapping of fingers type of stimming. No. I'm talking about rolling on the floor. Like my dad would come and be like, why are you on the floor? This child, get up. Like I would be rolling on the floor, like legs on the wall. Like that level of stimming. If you see my uniforms from primary school, like all of we had this little tie on my pinna for my school uniform, and everything I chopped. Though, like I used to always chew my clothes. It was just a lot. It was a lot. Obviously, the top of it all is emotional and social interaction. I never really I struggled to form friendship. I don't get the point of small talks. Let's go straight to the point. At work, I get away with it very easily. Everybody just think, oh, she's just the work bitch that is like too focused on work. But when it comes to like social interaction, it's kind of like, why are we speaking about this again? Like, let's just get to the point. I don't care. Not that I don't care, but it's just kind of like, I'm very task oriented. So when it's like, task needs to be done. And when it's time to chat, most times I'm always like withdrawn away, just kind of on my own. But I'll listen to what people have to say. When I was a child, I hated gossip, which made it really hard for me to like form and bond with others, because we all know that gossip is the social glue. It's not even me throwing shades. It's literally scientifically, psychologically proven that friends who gossip together tend to bond faster. So obviously, like when they're talking about the others in my head, I'm thinking, but you were just smiling at this person and you were just laughing at this person's face, like laughing with them. So why are you talking about them this way? So yeah, I was just like not very sociable. I think fashion and beauty really helped me a lot, because this is why they say it's very hard for medical professionals to diagnose autism in girls, because when it comes to social interaction, we tend to bond easily better than autistic boys. And that's because especially a lot of autistic girls like fashion, we like color coordination, we like luxury lifestyle. Like I've always been fascinated by things like that. When the girls are talking, it was very easy for me to talk about, oh my god, this latest shoes and this, that, and that. But when it came to like the core of keeping friendships, it was a struggle for me, because I just always liked being on my own, and people thought I was a snob, but I wasn't a snob, if that makes sense. So I've made a YouTube video about some of the things I did to get over my autistic struggles, like the social and emotional ones, especially being in the entertainment industry, in the content, fashion and media space. You kind of have to chat with people and laugh, and you kind of have to do all of that. So I kind of had to learn. It's a lot for me, because it's an act. Like that's not my natural self. My natural self is not to just be talking to strangers and all of that. So I made a video about that. But I also want to mention some of like the things I did for my autism struggles in terms of like physical pain. The GPs will gaslight you. The doc, even when I was back home and I used to complain and my mom would take me to the hospital and they would say there's nothing wrong with her, like they'll gaslight you. Everybody, medical professionals will try to gaslight you, but you know how you're feeling. So you need to be documenting your pain and communicating your pain. Documenting was very, very, very important for me. Another thing is you kind of have to like stay on top of everything. So when I started having the TMJ thing, when it's like I've talked about the bullying experience I had at work when I was in fintech,